Ferrari is one of the most iconic car brands in the world and has produced some of the best models over the years. In this video I'm going to count down my top 10 favourite Ferrari models of all time. Welcome along to the Peak Performance channel, the place where you come to be inspired to create a more prosperous future. Ferrari is one of the most iconic and renowned car brands in the world. The company's been producing high-performance sports cars for more than 75 years, and its cars are coveted by enthusiasts and collectors alike. While Ferrari has produced many amazing models over the years, some stand out above the rest. Here are the 10 of the best Ferrari models of all time. At number 10, Ferrari 250 GTO. The Ferrari 250 GTO is the holy grail of cars. No car in Ferrari's history, and we mean no car, has inspired as much awe and adoration as the 250 GTO. Part of the 250 GTO's allure stemmed from its capabilities at the time it was produced. Forget about its appearance and appeal for a while. Back then, the 250 GTO was a road-going Ferrari capable of destroying the competition on any racetrack. That's how good the model was. The 250 GTO has risen to the top of the Ferrari hierarchy as the most desired model in history. One reason for its attraction was its appearance. At number 9, the Ferrari 355. Now the words Ferrari and elegant don't typically go together, but if there is one Ferrari model that can be described as elegant, it's the F355. The F355 was Ferrari's follow-up to the 348, a car that borrowed heavily from the Testarossa style. In some aspects, the F355's design is similar to that of the Testarossa, but Pininfarina reduced the F355's aesthetics, leaving the aggressive side strakes behind in favour of wider intakes and a flying buttress design that enhanced its sporty features. The F355 looked magnificent, but it could also compete with the top sports cars of the day. It was propelled by a 3.5-litre V8 engine with 375 horsepower and 268 pound-feet of torque. The Ferrari 355 epitomised everything that made Ferrari one of the most prominent performance car companies in the world, with its sleek and athletic appearance and a powerful engine. At number 8, the Ferrari 308 GTS. Some individuals don't consider the Ferrari 308 GTS to be one of the top 10 Ferraris of all time. Well, that's all right. There may be some disagreements when discussing a big list of cars spanning 70 years. However, we include the 308 GTS on our list because it represents many of the qualities we admire in the Prancing Horse. The 308 GTS first appeared in 1977, and it had large shoes to fill because it was replacing the classic Dino 246 GT, which was also on our list. In retrospect, the 308 GTS didn't disappoint. It was one of the most distinctive looks of any Ferrari ever manufactured, with a targa top that set it apart from any other Ferrari in history. Number 7, the Ferrari ENZO. The ENZO's sharp and angular appearance is still recognisable today. Aside from its appearance, the ENZO was the first Ferrari to be totally enveloped in Formula One technology. It was made of carbon fibre and had an F1-style electro-hydraulic shift mechanism, as well as carbon fibre reinforced silicon carbide ceramic composite disc brakes. It also had a 6-litre V12 engine adapted from F1 that generated 660 horsepower and 485 pound-feet of torque. The ENZO's existence only lasted 2 years, from 2002 to 2004, yet it's still considered as one of the most influential Ferraris of all time, a reputation that matches a model whose name is permanently tied to the man who founded Ferrari in the first place. Number 6, the Ferrari Testarossa. The Testarossa, designed by Pininfarina, was magnificent from every perspective. Its sleek front portion is iconic, and its signature side strakes were so popular that they brought in their own aftermarket tuning craze. The Testarossa's engine was a 5-litre flat 12 that generated 390 horsepower and 361 pound-feet of torque. The Testarossa's power statistics were astounding at the time, but its impact stretches far beyond its capabilities. The supercar became a cultural icon thanks in part to its appearances in the arcade game Outrun and the 3rd to 5th seasons of Miami Vice. The Testarossa's importance in establishing Ferrari as a worldwide renowned brand has yet to be replicated for a car that doesn't rank among the top 10 most powerful or fastest Ferraris of all time. Testarossa's popularity helped Ferrari sell over 10,000 copies of the model, making it one of the most mass-produced Ferraris of all time. Now here's a quick reminder before we continue to our last top 5 best Ferrari models of all time. Make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe and notification button if you haven't already done so, as it means that YouTube sends you more of these kinds of videos and it helps our channel as well. Now let's get back to the video and number 5. The Ferrari 125S. The Ferrari 125S is one of the most well-known Ferraris. It's also one of the most controversial Ferraris in history. Those titles are frequently associated with a car that is popularly considered as the first Ferrari model. Only 2 125S models were ever produced. The 125S is essentially history on wheels. So, what's the big deal? Even though it's the first automobile to bear the Ferrari logo, it's not the first car built by Ferrari founder Enzo Ferrari. That honour goes to the AAC 815, a model Ferrari created through Auto Avio Costruzioni, his aircraft component manufacturing company. Even though the 815 is historically significant, it is not a Ferrari in the same sense that the 125S is. Number 4, the Ferrari F40. A few cars, regardless of who created them, can lay claim to the title of best supercar of all time. It's a credit to Ferrari's prestige that it has many models, including the matchless F40 supercar that compete for that title. The F40 was introduced in 1987 to commemorate the Italian automaker's 40th anniversary. It's also the final car approved by Enzo Ferrari before his death. Aside from its origins, the F40 had a body built of aluminium, carbon fibre and Kevlar. It also had a 2.9 litre twin-turbo V8 engine that generated 471 horsepower. Number 3. The Ferrari Dino 246. Now, the 246 is historically important for several reasons. It's one of the few cars that Ferrari created that doesn't feature the automaker's trademark Prancing Horse logo. That distinction is partly owing to the Dino being the first Ferrari to use a smaller V6 engine. The Dino debuted in 1968 with a 2-litre V6 engine, thus the Dino 206 GT. The Dino then evolved into a model with a 2.4-litre V6, giving rise to the Dino 246 we know today. Top 2, the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Daytona. The 365 GTB4, considered one of the most beloved Ferraris of all time, has grown in value over time. Ferrari believed that the 365 GTB4 would restore glory to Maranello, and the car succeeded, winning a number of high-profile races, including a 1-2-3 triumph in the 1967 24 Hours of Daytona, which earned the car the unofficial nickname Daytona. Only 1,406 Ferrari 365 GTB4s were ever produced, and the type has since become a collectible among Ferrari enthusiasts. And now, the number 1 spot, and that's to Ferrari LaFerrari. On paper, the Ferrari LaFerrari is considered as Ferrari ENZO's successor. In reality, the two exotics have very little in common. The LaFerrari's place in Ferrari history is guaranteed due to its status as the first car from Maranello to utilise a hybrid drive system. It's a huge breakthrough designed in part to highlight Ferrari's many hats as an automaker. The high-care system, which combines Ferrari's monstrous 6.3-litre V12 engine with a pair of electric motors to deliver a total output of 963 horsepower and 663 pound-feet of torque, is taken from the company's Formula One expertise. The LaFerrari also features its unique suspension system, which Ferrari custom designed for the supercar. The £1 million LaFerrari is the list's youngest car, but make no mistake, it deserves to be on this list. And that's all. Thank you for being all ears throughout the entire video. To create his effort to copy his genius, Albert Einstein. And if you want to expand your income by building an online income, Well, feel free to contact me so we'll get things moving right away. Remember, if you want to change your life, let's make a change together. You need to make a change.